All right, as promised, we are joined right now by Anthony Davis, who's joining us here at Lakers Media Day. Anthony, thanks for sitting down with us for a few minutes. Appreciate it. So Al and I were just talking about this. I know you've heard this a million times before, but what is it like knowing that coming into this season that your health is at the absolute top of the pyramid as far as how good this team is going to be, how far this team might go?
No, absolutely. It's true. I think that plays a big part in our success.
Sure.
Just being able to be available for the team and for the guys to know what we going in with every single night. And it's big for me too. I hate being out. I want to be on the floor. So it's a key part of what we're trying to do. It's a key part of our plan to move forward in the right direction to ultimately be able to win a championship. So that's what the summer was about. And come to the season, that's the mindset.
AD, it's such a different – we're talking about this year. It just seems like a different vibe media day. And basically what I'm referring to, last year you guys are walking in, and Vegas is the second highest odds to win an NBA championship. That's not the case walking into this year. Can that be beneficial? Could that be – and I'm speaking more from the perspective of course, Lakers always – the expectations to win a championship.
Yeah, I got you.
You guys helped put one of those up. It was just 2 years ago. How can this season, as you walk in – What just from an expectation perspective, and how could it be a little bit different than it was a year ago?
I don't think, even last year when, everyone had us, favored or second to be favored or whatever, I don't think we ever, looked at it, as a expectation, okay, we have to win it. We wanted to, we wanted to for, Russ and Melo, these guys who've done everything but, don't have a championship on their resume. We wanted to do it for them, but health was a thing for us, and I believe that we could have done some things if we were healthy for sure. But coming in this year, I think it's just more so all right, let's get back to the work. We had enough time to recover. Myself, Bron, Russ, Kendrick. Let's get back to the work. Everybody's healthy. Let's come in the camp with the mindset that we're going to compete every day and practice, shoot around. We're going to lock in the film room and take it a day at a time. We can't. I think we wanted it. You want something so much that you just can't. I think we wanted it too bad last year, and then the injuries just happened. We kind of just depleted the season. But I think this year's all right, we obviously know the ultimate goal is to get another banner, but we can't skip steps. We got to go, every day come in and work and grind and let the chips fall where they may.
Anthony, really quick, one more before we let you go. That the championship that you guys won in 2020, for me personally, I'm wondering how you could tell me that happened 5 minutes ago. It feels like it just happened, and it feels like it happened 5 years ago at the same time. What about for you?
No, absolutely. You think about it, and like you said, you look at it both ways. Man, it was so long ago when we won. And then you're like, wait.
It wasn't.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Last week was the anniversary of your buzzer beater against Denver.
That. Yep. Yeah, so it's just wow, time flies, but also it's time is standing still. So, but I think that's our motivation. We were this good 2 years ago. It wasn't 10, 15, 20 years ago. We were this good 2 years ago. So how do we get back to that? And that's kind of been the focus of, this and putting this team together. Coaching staff, everything, front office. How do we get back to that championship level?
Anthony Davis, appreciate you coming by.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so weird, Al, right? It does feel like a long time ago, only it wasn't a long time ago. Thanks, AD. Appreciate it. That it feels like if you'd said to me, that championship was $1 million. Yeah, okay, it feels bubble and all those things feel old. But right now, it was 2 seasons ago. It wasn't a million years ago.
Yeah, it's funny. It's this guy literally has, he has the franchise on his back, and we're talking about it all the time. Media's talking about it all the time. We analyze. I saw a stat. Kawhi Leonard has missed more games than AD over the last 2 years, right? But the conversation is always about Anthony Davis. Paul George has missed a lot of time. There's other players that have missed a lot of time over the last couple of years. But
they don't play for the Lakers.
You turn on SportsCenter and First Take and Undisputed. Every news network you could think of, sports news network you could think of, the question's always about Anthony Davis. I remember Kendrick Perkins, this was maybe about a month ago or so, saying, hey, he's going to come back. I think Anthony Davis is going to be the MVP. Darvin Ham was just saying when we were talking to him, he's got to be in that MVP conversation. So the expectations are all on Anthony Davis, and unfortunately for him, no one's ever questioning his skill set. No one's saying, if this guy could really hit a 15-foot jumper. No one's saying, hey, if he could really post down low. If he was just a good defender. That's never a question for Anthony Davis. It's his availability. So I think every game that goes by, Laker fans are obviously watching him up and close.
The pressure that comes along with that is real too. Like what makes those guys, and I'm talking about LeBron and Magic and Steph Curry and Giannis and the guys that are at the absolute top of the game, right? Is that they get that it's not just that I have to make the shot. It's not just that I have to dish the ball or rebound or play defense. That's playing basketball. I also have to know that if it goes wrong, it's my fault. Even if it's not, that it's going to, or if my health goes down,
sure,
the whole thing goes down with me, and that's nothing. And look, every athlete ever wants to be healthy as often as they can, but doesn't work out like that. Mm-hmm. He just sat right next to us, He looks great.
I know.
He looks like he's in great shape. He's moving around. He looks good. LeBron just walked by, and you're telling me that dude's in his 20th year. It just doesn't calculate.